Okay, so let's take a look, guys. What do we have? So, what's my input here? What's the input? What? Hey guys, what's the input value here? What's my x? 4. What's my y? -5. And y is f of 4, which is -5. So what's my point? This is what? 4, comma -5. Great. All right, so this first one, I'm going to put in -3 into here. And I will get f of -3 is equal to, what do you guys get? Yeah, -12 minus 7. I owe $12, I owe $7, altogether I owe $19. Okay, next one. F of 0 is equal to 4 times 0 minus 7. Well, anything times 0 is just 0. So that's 0 minus 7, -7. And the last one, f of 3/4 is equal to 4 times 3/4. I'm running out of room. Minus 7. So 4 times 3/4 is 3. Minus 7. I have $3. I owe $7. Altogether I have 4. So f of 3/4 equals -4. F of 0 equals -7. And f of -3 equals 19. So these are in the correct format. Right? Those are your answers there. Good?
Good.
All right. Right, next, we'll look at this one here. So now, this one, it's all that much more important to include the parentheses. Right? So we have g of giant parentheses equals giant parentheses squared minus 5 times giant parentheses. I'm going to put in -2. Anytime you have a negative number, it's extra important because those get really messy. So here we have -2 times -2, +4, -5 times -2, +10. So g of -2 is equal to 14. Next one we have g of giant parentheses equals giant parentheses squared minus 5 times giant parentheses. Inside is going to go 0. Oh, well that one's pretty straightforward because 0 squared is just 0 minus -5 times 0 is just 0, so that just equals 0. This one's a little bit tougher. G of giant parentheses equals giant parentheses squared minus 5 giant parentheses. And inside there is going to go 0.4. Okay, let's see. 0.4 squared. 0.4 squared is not 0.4 times 2 because we already have that. I would just do times 2. I wouldn't have this extra thing up there, right? So second power means multiply it by itself. So 0.4 times 0.4. That's going to be, use your calculator, 0.16. And then -5 times 0.4 is 2, so -2. If you add those up in your calculator, you'll get -1.84. That's g of 0.4. Didn't get them, that's okay. Go over this, write down the correct steps and then go over it later. Maybe talk to a tutor about it. We've got plenty of tutors. Awesome. This next one, all right, so h of giant parentheses equals giant parentheses minus 2 over giant parentheses. So this first one I'm going to put in there is going to be -4. All right, so that's going to be -4 minus 2. I owe $4 and I owe $2. Altogether, my net worth is -6 divided by -4. negative and a negative, if I multiply or divide negatives, they cancel out, so I will get positive 1.5. Right, if you bust out your calculator and do it that way, it's probably the easiest. It's the first one. Next one, we're going to do h of giant parentheses equals giant parentheses minus 2 over giant parentheses. And I'm going to pop in 0. Well, so this is going to be negative 2 over 0. But what can we never, ever, ever, ever do? So the one thing you should know this class is you can never, ever, ever divide by 0. You can't do it. Things will just blow up. The reason is every time that number gets smaller and smaller, how many you can get out of it. Like if this is, pick a number that's really close to 0, like 0.000000001. If I did that, this would end up being a ginormous number, a huge number, like 2 billion. The smaller this gets, the bigger that gets. And it just blows up, it literally blows up. It becomes like infinity. So you cannot, this does not exist. Does not exist. Or not possible, anything you want to write is totally fine in there.
Oh, so it's not 0,
No, it's not 0.
Oh.
It's the opposite of 0, it's infinity. Do negative 2 divided by 0 in your calculator. See what you get. Error. Yeah, error. Now try negative 2 divided by something really close to 0. 0.00000000000000001. You get a huge number. I get negative 2 and then millions of zeros, right? So actually it's negative infinity is what it becomes. It just blows up. It's huge. So yeah, does not, you can't do it. You can never, ever, ever, ever divide by 0. Ever. I wore the wrong shirt. I'll try to wear it tomorrow. H of giant parentheses equals giant parentheses minus 2 over giant parentheses. What goes inside of here? 2. Okay, so now I get 2 minus 2 is 0 over 2. 0 over 2, that does equal 0. So h of 2 is 0. Okay, everybody kind of see the differences there? So these are our answers. If you did not get them, just write down the steps and then kind of go over them with your tutors. And we're going to move on in 5, 4, 3, the pictures, okay. Moving on. Complete the table of values for a function given x squared minus 5. Okay, so this is exactly the same thing. So here I'm going to, all they're saying is now we've got it in table format. So x is negative 2. I'm literally going to do this one. I'm going to put negative 2 into there. So it's going to become g of giant parentheses equals giant parentheses squared minus 5 giant parentheses. What am I going to put in there? Negative 2. Oh, look, we've done this before. It's exactly the same as the one above it. On purpose. Negative 2 squared, positive 4, negative 5 times negative 2, positive 10, 14. So here I'm going to write in 14. So the difference is the format. And then the 3, we've replaced the 0.4 with the 3. That's the only difference. So we're doing it in table format. You're going to write it out like that. And then write them as a set of ordered pairs. So this first one, here's my ordered pair. Negative 2, comma, 14. Everybody on board? Guys, eyes here for a second. Is everyone on board with that part? Negative 2, comma, 14. That's my point. That's the answer. That's the ordered pair, x, comma, y.
I missed how you got that.
Well, my x is negative 2. My y is 14. So my point is negative 2, comma, 14.
What's the point?
I'm sorry?
I'm sorry, I missed something because I was trying to do the.
Okay, so my input is what? Negative 2. Negative 2.
Yeah,
What's my answer, my y?
14.
So my x is,
Oh, your x is -2 and y is 14.
boom, right there.
Okay.
Yep. Good. So you guys have a couple of those to work on. And then, we don't have to know the rule. So here's a table already given to me. So I don't have to do any work. Here, these are my x's. For each of the x's, these are their corresponding y's. So when x is 0, what's my y? 4. Does everyone see that? When x is 1, what's my y?
8.
Great. When x is 3, what's my y?
1.
So g of 3 equals what? 1. Does that make sense? So I can look here and see it. So here, what they're asking you to do is just write it like this. I'll do g of 3. G of 3 equals 1. Now you guys figure out what g of -2 equals and what g of 1 equals. Just look it up in the table. And then, number 5, use a set of ordered pairs to find the indicated function values. This is the same thing, only instead of in table format, we're doing it in point format. So here, I would say, if I asked you to find f of -1, is f of -1, is this my y or my x?
Y.
It's my y. What's my x?
1.
1. Does everyone understand? So what's my y? What's my y when x is 1? When x is 1. Boom. There's my x. X is 1. What's my y? 4. So f of 1 equals 4. Done. All right, so work on that. 3, 4, and 5 in your groups. Okay, see over there? So this is the answers we got for the first one. Sorry, I forgot to show you guys. I went through it in class. Then this is what we got for the last problem there. It's just saying, what is y when x is -3? So when x is -3, y is 5.